Hi, my name is Mira, and this is a 5-part yoga series for back pain. This video, we're focusing on low back pain. So those of you that sit at a desk or have sciatic pain, this is going to be great for you. And we also have a fun giveaway. Go ahead and get started for our low back pain relief. So laying down on the ground on your mat, just getting nice and comfortable. And we're going to work on strengthening just a little bit into the core, because I find a lot of times people that have low back pain have kind of a weak core. So I'm pulling my toes towards my head, engaging and pressing my low back into the floor. So really trying to create as much contact between my spine and the ground. So as I do this, you'll start to feel the front of your legs activate, and then even hopefully into your abdomen. You can keep your hands face down along the ground, and we're just going to inhale and raise the right foot all the way up to a 90-degree angle. So trying to walk on the ceiling. And exhale the right leg down. We'll take a nice deep inhale and raise the left leg up. And exhale the left leg down. Inhale right, just moving at your own pace, definitely listening to your body. Exhale right down. If anything doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to skip it. Inhale left. And exhale down. We'll do 2 more, one on each side. Inhale right. And this time we're going to hold. You can gather your hands either around the back of the hamstrings, or if you want to take this a step deeper, you can inhale and start to walk the legs up the back. Walk the hands up the back of the legs. And once you're here, you kind of want to relax just a little bit, keeping the toes pulled in towards the head. We're going to get a nice stretch along the back of the hamstrings. Oftentimes when we sit at a desk, our hamstrings tend to get shortened over time. And so this can definitely be a cofactor in some of that tension and strain that you feel into your low back. And exhale, releasing the hands, bringing the leg down to the ground. We'll inhale the left leg up. And just holding here, taking a breath. And on your next inhalation, you can either wrap the hands around the back of the hamstring. If this feels comfortable here, you can stay here. Or if you want to get a more intense stretch, we can inhale, walking the hands up the back of the leg and holding a little bit further on the calf. Definitely just trying to avoid holding on the back of the knee, because that's just going to want to make your leg bend. And that's kind of preventing you getting the full effect of the stretch here. So taking some deep breaths here. Allowing your body weight to just gently pull on your leg, pulling it closer to the ground, closer to your chest, getting a nice deeper stretch along the back of the leg. Toes are still engaged. And on your next exhalation, bringing the hands down and bringing the leg down to the ground. So already starting to get some nice strength and stretching in, and I'm just kind of rocking my legs back and forth to kind of give them a nice little break. And we're going to tuck the hands underneath the buttocks, so fingertips pointing down, and this is just kind of giving me a nice little cushion and stability. So like we did before with the single leg raises, if that was enough for you, you can just do a single leg raise again. Or if you want a little bit more of an intense core strengthener, we're going to do double leg raises. So pulling both toes back towards the head, really engaging the front of the legs, pushing the low back into the ground. So really trying to scoop the pelvis kind of up towards your ceiling. And we'll inhale, bringing both legs up. And then exhale, coming down with control, trying to keep your low back really engaged and pressing into the floor. And inhale again, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And exhale down, last one. Inhale up. And then exhale down with control. Untucking the hands, letting the legs kind of rock apart. Just giving them a nice little break. We'll take some very deep breaths into your abdomen. And just noticing and feeling any sensations in your low back and your core muscles. Just really trying to imagine that you're sending fresh oxygen, vitality, relaxation into those areas. We'll bend the legs, bringing the feet onto the ground, knees up into the air, and then I'm going to cross my right leg so my right ankle is over my left knee, just like you would crossing your leg while you're sitting at a chair at the desk. And we're going to inhale and kind of fold the legs towards your torso and reaching the hands between, my right hand between my legs, and then the left hand goes out and around. So this is called threading the needle. And then I'm just going to use a nice gentle static pressure of my arms to pull my leg inwards and create a nice stretch from the IT bands and the outside of the hips. Really good hip opener. So for some of you, you may be able to reach around the front side of your shin. If you can, that's great. If you can't, you can just come behind the hamstrings. And if you can't even reach there, just like hold gently wherever your hands reach. You really don't want to be straining a lot. It's a nice, more passive stretch. Just taking some nice deep inhalations and allowing that stretch to really accentuate and feel the sensations along the outside of your leg, into your low back, into your SI joint. Just anywhere that you feel it, just trying to take some nice deep breaths and relax that area. And on your next exhalation, we're going to bring the legs down and reverse. So now my left leg is coming across my right knee. I'm going to inhale, my left hand is going through the loop, and my right hand is reaching around to the front side of my right leg. Again, if you can reach the shins, awesome. If not, you can grab behind the hamstring, or, if you're more just here, just wherever you can kind of hold on and just sort of encourage the legs to come in to your torso. And taking some nice deep inhalations here. Really expanding the abdomen. Breathing nice and deeply, and exhaling, releasing any tension or holding. So sometimes I notice I'm holding, there's like a little bit of shaking in my legs, and that's okay. We're just really working to see if you can let go of that tension. And then exhale, bringing the legs down. So we're going to close with some spinal twists, and you can keep your knees in the air with your feet on the ground. We're going to extend the arms, so we're getting a nice T shape, so they're expanded out to either side. We're going to take a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, drop the knees to your right side. So really just allowing yourself to bring your knees as far down towards the floor as possible. So if you can reach the ground, great. If you're more like this, that's totally fine. If you have a blanket or a pillow nearby and want to give yourself a little support underneath the knees, I totally encourage you to do that. Really what you want to do is create a relaxed, passive pose here. So however you can really let go, taking some nice deep breaths into your hips and spine. And even as I was going into this twist, I got a little pop in my low back, which always feels nice to kind of release some of the tension in that area. If you want, you can look out and gaze towards that opposite hand, just kind of carrying that twist a little bit further throughout the length of the spine. And when you're ready, we'll inhale the legs back up. And this time we're going to exhale them over to the left. So trying to keep both shoulders on the ground. You can see that my shoulder was kind of starting to rock up. So really we want the stretch to be more in the low back. So if your knees don't come all the way to the ground, again, that's okay. You can grab a little pillow. And then if you want, you can turn your head looking out towards that opposite arm. Taking some nice deep breaths here, really breathing into your low back, breathing into that stretch. And then we'll inhale the legs back up. And then we're going to take this a step deeper. So that was kind of variation 1 to your spinal twist. The next variation is we're going to extend the left leg. We're going to take the right leg and step it over. So my right foot is on the outside of my left knee. And from here, you can help guide with your hand if you'd like. We're going to reach and roll, bringing that knee, that right knee, all the way down to that far side. So now you can really see my shoulder wants to come off the ground here. So I'm going to try and come out of the twist just a little bit to bring it back into contact with the floor. And then my gaze is going to go out towards my right hand. So before we were getting sort of this gentle stretch in the low back, now we're getting a much more dramatic twist and stretch, not only through the low back, but up into the middle back and the upper back as well. Staying with your breath, taking those nice deep inhalations and exhalations. Really giving yourself permission to listen to your body and stopping anywhere that it feels good to you, not pushing too far. And we'll inhale, bringing ourselves out of the twist. We'll extend that right leg. And now we're going to bend the left leg, stepping the left foot outside of the right knee. We can bring our right hand up to that knee to help facilitate the twist, the opposite direction. And then again, I got a little pop there, you might have heard it. And then I'm gonna look out towards my left hand. And if you want to close your eyes and just focus on your breathing, focus on the sensations you're feeling in your back. Working to keep that shoulder on the ground. And inhaling, bringing the knee up, extending the legs out. And you can bring the arms back down alongside the body. And so that was it for our first part of our low back pain.